So welcome everybody to today's Mailbox Mastermind, where we help a customer or a prospective customer get the most value and use out of the Mailbox Power system. So today we are going to help a very particular persona. We've asked our Mailbox Power folks to jump on here and give ideas based on how they see this system might helping, or this system, how it can help this persona. So I am really excited about this persona because I think this persona could apply to multiple organizations other than the one we're going to actually talk about this morning. Okay, so this morning our persona is the executive director of a small for-profit chamber of commerce. Okay, so it is an executive director, meaning the person that's running the chamber of commerce. It's a smaller chamber of commerce. Okay, this is not a nonprofit. So in actuality, this call and this mastermind would actually be great for other types of little small groups and networking events. But we're going to stick with chambers of commerce today. You're all familiar with what a chamber of commerce is. It literally stands for House of Business. Okay, and it is really an organization that brings together primarily local businesses, brings them together and talks about things that are related to that small town or that town, as well as providing a platform for business owners to get to know each other, network, and ultimately do some business together. So let me tell you a little bit about this executive director. She is the one that runs the chamber. Okay, so they have a current membership base, an active membership of about 100 people. Okay, so about 100 people. And this is an organization that in its prime pre-pandemic, they've had about 500 members roll through there over the last couple of years, last few years, because this went back to pre-pandemic. Pre-pandemic, obviously they were doing live events, and with pandemic, things shut down, and we are now just starting to move this chamber from total online Zoom. They want to move to a hybrid model where they have some Zoom and some live events, ultimately bringing back live events as this pandemic and things wind down, okay? Or as I should say, as the situation changes and people get back to live events, okay? So a couple of things that she's had some questions on and like our help on is how to re-engage those members that for whatever reason have left. Maybe they, I don't know, maybe they joined some other organization. Maybe they just got sick and tired of wearing sweatpants and flip-flops all day. But for whatever reason, she wants them to get re-engaged. And she wants her 100 members that she has kind of already here to be fully engaged. Okay. They are obviously over the last few years, lots and lots of new businesses have opened up in that area. And so they obviously would like to attract some new businesses into the organizations. She currently has a pro account. Okay, so she currently uses our pro account here at Mailbox Power. But you know what? She doesn't do anything with birthdays. She doesn't do anything with birthdays for her members or her visitors or anything. Quite honestly, she didn't even know that you could save birthdays inside the system. Okay. Budget is not outrageous, but it's also not tiny as well. They are very much driven by return on investment. So if they could calculate and formulate a return on their investment or a return of investment, they're willing to spend a little bit of money and invest that. Okay, she is pretty creative, so she doesn't really have a problem with creativity. She's pretty fluent in Canva. Because that's how they make a lot of their graphics and their memes and stuff. But unfortunately, she's not very tech savvy. Okay, she's not very tech savvy. So yeah, so she's creative but not tech savvy. And she's saying tech savvy is different. For me, if you can figure out Canva and be able to create what you can create out of there, you've got to have some level of creativity and be a little bit tech savvy. But by her own admission, she is not tech savvy. Okay. And like I said, they are trying to transition folks from basically not engaged to engaged, Zoom to hybrid, hybrid to live, and everything in between. Okay, so with that, what we'd like to do is we'd like to open it up and ask you all how she could get the most out of her pro membership and how she can accomplish the goals that she is headed for. So with that, Debbie.
Okay, so I made a list.
Awesome, I love that.
So the first thing I would do is set up a welcome for all the new members. So they get a welcome, whether it's just a card because of budget, or it's card and brownies, or something like that. So a welcome to all new members who join the chamber. And then
and Debbie, I'm sorry, would you put anything specific in that welcome card, or just welcome to the chamber?
Well, welcome to the chamber, but also ways they can get engaged, whether it's we do monthly networking on this day, and any of the events they have, maybe that's on the back of the card. Visit us at these things we do, our orientation is this day, blah blah blah. Okay. So yeah, and then I would use the postcards to send out invitations to grand openings, because I know as a part of the chamber, they'll come and do a ribbon cutting and celebrate your grand opening and stuff like that. So I think they could use the postcards on behalf of the members. And then as I was thinking about that, I thought, oh, well, maybe they could do something where they send out postcards on behalf of the company for anything, and just have that company pay like 45 cents per postcard. So they're making a tiny little bit off of each postcard they send out, but it's really an added service for them, a reason for them to belong to the chamber. and
Debbie, I'm sorry to interrupt. Going back to the ribbon cutting thing, you said send postcards. Who would those postcards go to? So somebody's opening a locksmith in a strip mall, and they're going to do a ribbon cutting. Who or how would she use that pro account to announce that? Which is, I think, where you're going.
Right, and so they only have 100 members, right? You said there's 100 members, so I would
send about 100 active members.
Yeah, so I would send it to all of the active members, and then probably do like a list right around the neighborhood of the business, and maybe that could, I don't know how much they charge for their membership, but maybe they need to charge a little bit to make that happen. But I think that if they realize how inexpensive it can be to do that, a lot of people would want to participate, right? And so I think they could also use the postcards for invitations to the networking events they host for any new businesses who are open. So you can go to the state and get a list of all the new businesses that are open. So I'm sure they do that already, know who the new businesses are, and send out invitations to those businesses to come to their networking events, and hopefully recruit them to be a member of the chamber. And then I would use the anniversary field for all of my members as a way to celebrate their how many years they've been in business, or celebrate their grand opening year after year after year. And then I think they could do a group mailing. They could put together some kind of advertising that says it's either on a trifold, a double-sided trifold, or on a Gigagram, and like basically for sell advertising space within that would be super reasonable for everyone to participate in. And those are all things that really are going to solidify the membership in the chamber. They're like, oh my gosh, I have to be a part of this. It's such a good deal for me to be able to advertise. And then the last thing I came up with is like 2 months before it's time to renew their membership with the chamber, I would send them some kind of package or goodies, and just remind them how much the chamber loves them. So those are the things I wrote down.
So like a pre-package that we're gonna ask you for some money in a couple of months. So hey, we're gonna butter you up. Okay,
Exactly.
okay. I love it. I love it. Who else? Geraldine McDonald.
Hi, thank you. I think those are all great ideas, and they're in fact ideas that I have put to use in the ballroom already. And so, in addition to that, I think right off the bat, a thank you for your membership and your loyalty to our chamber would be a great idea for those who are active. Just to say, hey, we value your membership. It's been a long time since we've been back together, but we can't wait to see you, and we look forward to your continued loyalty to our business community. And then, of course, birthdays. Of course, that's just a given. The birthday campaign or the automation, but
well, Geraldine, let's talk about that because she doesn't really know what when you say it's obvious, it's birthday automation. Can you walk through what you mean by that?
Okay, well, I said that because you had mentioned it, but in detail, what she needs to do is just go and find out if she has that information. If not, she can set up an email that would request the information using our link to go directly to the campaign. And the first card should be welcome to the birthday club of the chamber. And then from there, just have it, the half birthday, the birthday set up in the automation so that it just goes out automatically. And when a new member joins, you can have a QR code in their card that says, welcome to the chamber with that birthday link in there. So it's already going in, no thought process involved.
So you're suggesting on the birthday thing, and I really love this. You're talking about a 3SA, correct? A 3 shipment automation. Shipment number 1 is welcome to the birthday club. Shipment number 2 is birthday, happy birthday. And shipment number 3 of this 3SA is a half birthday card.
Yes.
Okay.
And I know that works very well because that's the way I have mine set up. And it just kind of gives them advance notice that they're in, that we are all about birthdays, and that every year you're going to get something from me.
Awesome. And Geraldine, would you do that for just members, or would you do that for people that have visited the chamber or past members, or just your current membership?
I think for the birthdays is something really special for those who are engaged and involved in the chamber. So I would keep it for the members, maybe an extra touch to go with it, to maybe have 2 campaigns, one for past members just to get them re-engaged with a card and just a little message. But for the members, I would add a gift, maybe the brownies or just something special that lets them know they are extra important to the chamber.
Awesome. So you would add an additional automation on top of the birthday automations for the actual members. Is that correct?
I would have 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So 2 different automations running. Okay.
Because you would probably have different cards.
Yeah. Okay.
The other thing I would do is thank you for everything. I mean, thank you for attending the events. Thank you for being a sponsor. Thank you for hosting a ribbon cutting, anything that involves their participation to set up various thank you automations for. And that takes that just takes some thought process based on what they do and how much they want to invest in that. But with a pro membership or even the executive membership, it's easy to cover those 100 members in anything that you do with a card or a postcard.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Kimberly, help a chamber executive director out.
I would use the Gigagram as a directory and have all of the members pay like $20 to have their little business card in the Gigagram and send it out to all of the members so that everybody knows what everybody is doing for referrals.
Oh, that's a great one. I love that one. And I love the fact that you said that they can charge $20 to put their business card in there. And it's a handy dandy reference guide. Honestly, I mean, if you designed it correctly, you probably could create it in such a fashion that a member could have it on their desk or next to them. Quick and easy way to quick and easy way to refer to other people that are inside the chamber. That's a great one. I love
You
that.
can also use the Gigagram as a spotlight and spotlight people's business once a month. And of course, they would pay, extra and just really have it laid out in the Gigagram.
Yeah, I have definitely been one that invests in having email blasts, which I know a lot of the chambers you can do an email blast and pay for that, but doing it as a gigagram blast or even as a greeting card blast, another great potential money maker for the chamber. That's awesome. That's awesome. Who else wants to jump in here with some creative ideas to help our executive chamber of commerce executive director out? Gail, are you raising your hand?
Yes.
Perfect. Jump in here.
The one thing they're forgetting is to put a QR code on some of this stuff to get that birthday campaign going. I think that's just part of the whole deal right there. All these ideas are awesome, but that QR code is magic. I really think that's important.
And Gail, talk to me a little bit about that. What is a QR code, and where would you actually have the QR code go?
Okay, first of all, you create a group for your birthday club. You create your campaign. And when you create
When you say campaign,
automation,
when you say you're saying automation, right?
Automation. So
okay, cool.
You create the group, you create the automation, and so you want people to go to that automation. So you take the link that comes with the group in your contacts, you make that a QR code, you then create your QR code, and that's where people will go. They will automatically be going into that. You can have a card geared up that says, thank you for joining my birthday club. And then you can set that all up with the half birthday and the birthdays, and it's done. It's magical. It's once set it and let it go.
Okay, awesome. So let me say, I know one of the things that she is really keen on is getting new members into the organization and bringing back some of those folks that left. So I think we've got some great ideas for our current members going forward, but let's see if we can come up with some ways to help her build the organization and build upon what she started in people getting re-engaged, because re-engagement means more memberships for her, and more memberships for her means a bigger organization, a more thriving organization. So Debbie.
So let's send out a card to anyone who has not renewed their membership and say something about, we miss you, and have a QR code that is linked to their website where specifically all the events that they have going on. We know it's been a rough 2 years, but we really are getting back in person again and promoting businesses. So here's a list of all of our events that we have going on. And oh, by the way, when you join the chamber, don't forget we can host an event at your venue.
I love that. I was thinking when you were just saying that, Debbie, you could also use a QR code to send out a card to prospective members. Depending on how her Facebook group is set up, either it's for only members or it's for members of the entire community. You could actually use a QR code to put on those cards to bring people right to the Facebook group or the LinkedIn group as well, or even the YouTube channel or TikTok account or wherever you wanted to push them. So fantastic. Sanchez's.
So going along with kind of what Geraldine was talking about and Debbie, and we're talking about growing the chamber and the membership, most towns have something like here in Colorado Springs, it's called a transcript. And it's the local Gazette that has it, but you can reach out and find out all the new incorporated businesses that just signed up to be an LLC in the last 30 days. And now you could turn around and send a card or a postcard out to all of those new businesses to say, welcome to the business community. We have a great chamber. We love to support the local businesses. Put a QR code on it, like Debbie was talking about the upcoming events. We'd love to have you as our guest at no charge. Come check out all the other businesses in the area so that you can learn and we can help you grow your business. Something like that so that you can grow the membership.
Yeah, awesome. I love that. Geraldine.
So tagging on to that, in addition, she can set up a 12-month camp or automation for the calendar and actually send the calendar and the invitation to the monthly meetings directly to the past members, to the new members, and have it run all year long because they plan their year in advance anyway. They could just go in and get a graphic of a calendar and put the monthly meetings on each month on a postcard and have it go out automatically.
Awesome. Awesome. I love that. You know, one of the things, just combining a couple of these that I was thinking of based on what you guys were suggesting is when you do a ribbon cutting, have the photographer take a picture of everybody at the ribbon cutting, be able to put that on the front of the card and say something like, the only thing missing was you. The only thing we love doing more than taking a picture and sending you pictures of ribbon cutting is actually doing a ribbon cutting for your business, which you're entitled to when you join our Chamber of Commerce, right? So it'd be a great way to kind of like get some people excited, especially if there's more than 3 people at the ribbon cutting. I mean, if there's only 2 people at the ribbon cutting, then use your Canva skills and add some people. But you, right? So awesome. Who else has an idea to help our executive director of Chamber of Commerce out? Helen Brahms.
This just popped into my head, so I haven't thought it through clearly yet. But if their members have events, help them advertise using the free postcards. And if they upgrade to executive, they now get 200 5x7 greeting cards a month, which will help keep in contact with their 100 members, plus prospective members. And then they also get the bigger postcards as well, which will stand out a little more than the 4x6s. So that was just so like if one of their members is doing a pet adoption day, they then help them with the advertising by sending out the postcards for them.
Okay, awesome. And so let's focus just for a couple of minutes on only getting new people into the conversation of the chamber. Where would she find those folks? We talked about the local government place where people sign up for LLCs and S Corps and C Corps. So new businesses. Any other ideas where they would basically find new people that they could start marketing to?
Ooh. When they go out driving around, you see the coming soon signs, and it tells you what businesses are coming. So why not send them an invitation before they even get their doors open?
Okay, awesome. So if the executive director or anybody in the chamber is driving around and they see a just leased sign or coming soon sign in the window of a local business, okay, I love that. That's a great memory jogger there. So let's go Sanchez's.
So I know in our community, the chambers go to other networking events to let the people at other networking events where there are business owners know that there's a local chamber that is there to support them so they can go attend other networking groups that have businesses.
And what would they do at those networking groups, or how would they use Mailbox Power?
After the event, the people they've met, they could then turn around and send an invite to their next event for the chamber. They could also get the person's information and have them have a QR code, have a stick up on your notebook or whatever that scans, that goes to the birthday, or have it in your note that you can just bring it up and have them fill it out, add them to your birthday, and then send them a card saying the upcoming event so that it drives people to the next event at the chamber.
Okay, awesome. And a stick up, if you're watching this and you don't know what a stick up is literally this really cool product we have that is essentially like a reusable cloth post-it note with whatever you want on it. So what Brenda was talking about there was being able to take one of our maybe 3" by 3" squares. We've got various sizes, but put a QR code on there. And then that can go on a notepad, it could go on a purse, it could go on your chest, it could go on your forehead, it can go anywhere, and it's reusable. So fantastic. I love that. Geraldine.
So I have three ideas. First of all, we have the list builder inside of the Mailbox Power account that she can search for new businesses in the area and create her own list. It goes right into her account, and then she can send postcards from there to invite them to the events. Second, if she's in a major city, there is a publication called the American City Business Journals. And each, I think all the major cities have one. We have a Charlotte Business Journal. There's probably an LA Business Journal. And they also provide information about new businesses, new LLCs, new corporations coming into the area. You can copy that information. You can buy it. It's very easy to get, and it's very current. And then the third way is to create a referral program for the members and allow them to provide information every month at the event for a special discount on their next luncheon, or just some kind of gift for the referral, and then send out cards from there.
Awesome. I love that. One thing I just thought of, Geraldine, when you were talking is, you know, we have the ability to create really high quality certificates, and we actually have a laser engraved certificate holder. And I was just thinking when Geraldine was talking about if we bring on a sponsor, or if somebody's been there for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever, really sending out a high quality certificate with that laser engraved folder is an amazing showstopper for a business that either gets that or has the ability to send that out. Those certificates could be used for welcome to the city or welcome to the neighborhood, all the way to if they win prizes, if they have the, like, I know in some networking organizations, they have things like the notable networker, or the person that passes the most referrals, or even be able to send out stuff to their speakers. So those certificates, I think, are one of the most underutilized tools we have in the Mailbox Power ecosystem.
I was just going to add, or just for joining, the certificate of membership.
Yeah. Awesome. I love that. Marie.
So you just took my certificate idea, Casey, because I too believe these are definitely underutilized. But in line with what Brenda Sanchez was talking about, as she goes to visit other networking events, she could have a 2-sided flyer with her for distribution, and or a postcard with her about information, containing information about the chamber to give out, because a lot of networking events, you know, allow you to hand out information.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Marla.
Yes, I'm in an area where there is a lot of growth happening, like on the main roads around, and you're saying knowing about new businesses. Some of them aren't necessarily brand new, they're just relocated. So I'm thinking from everything that everyone said, that it doesn't necessarily have to be brand new. It could just be in a town that it wasn't in before. So this business may have been somewhere else.
Yeah. Absolutely. Great one. I love that. Debbie.
So I just want to expand on the referral program. I had my hand up and then I lowered it when Geraldine started talking about referrals, because that's what I was going to say. But I know in the HBA we have what they call spike points, and so for every member that you introduce and provide the, you know, whatever, that you get spike points, and then the people with X amount of spike points get something special in their membership. You know, once you've gotten you know, however many spike points, when we go to the International Builders Show, there's a special party only for people who have spike points. So, you know, that could be another way, you know, do something, not just a normal referral program, but create a really elevated version of membership for the people who are referring on an ongoing basis.
Okay, awesome. You know, one thing when we do those referrals, what I was thinking, Debbie, just putting this kind of in the space is, you know, one thing that people do is they go where the action is, right? And so I think getting some testimonials maybe from some of our current members of the results they've generated as a result of being part of the chamber, creating either screenshots of those and being able to use those as graphics on the cards about actual results that people in the chamber have actually achieved, or if the chamber keeps track of things like money exchange between members or that type of thing, being able to put results on there, because I know a lot of business owners are they don't really live in a scarcity mindset, but they want to be really smart with where they spend their time and their energy and their money. And if they've got 19 different networking events trying to vie for them and their attention, testimonials of what people actually are doing in the chamber might be a really good thing to have them write out, take a screenshot of it or a picture of it, and use that as inside those cards. Going, I think would be is one of the things that I would do personally. So awesome, Geraldine.
The ideas just keep coming. Many organizations will create business cards for their members to hand out to people they know that could be interested in joining. And so Mailbox Power has business cards that we can create, have a space for the member to put their name on there as referred by, and then also add the QR code with the upcoming events, all the information that you could ever want to give somebody. But you don't want to, bombard them with paper because they're going to throw it away, or you want to make sure they keep it and have a reference point. A business card would be a good option for members to have in their kit when they join, so that they know the referral program will benefit them as well.
Awesome. I love that. Utilizing yet another amazing tool we have inside the Mailbox Power Toolkit. So awesome. Anybody else? Going? Okay, then we will put a lid on this one. I want to thank you for sharing all these amazing ideas that will help our executive director of our Chamber of Commerce, help her re-engage folks, bring people new into the organization, and celebrate the members that she already has. So thank you guys and gals so much. We'll see you next week for another mastermind where we will help another business owner just like you help use and see the value in using your pro or your executive membership to the absolute max here at Mailbox Power. So with that, have a great one, and we'll see you on the inside. Ciao.